It's past 6. New data out this morning from Barnardos has revealed a 76% increase in the number of students seeking counselling over the past year. However, fewer than 20% of students actually managed to get access to the counselling they needed. For more, we're joined by Barnardos Chief Executive Matt Reid. Good morning, Matt. First up, is it a good thing that actually more students are feeling comfortable enough to speak up and say, I need counselling?
Morena, Chris. Firstly, thanks for the opportunity to come on and speak about this really important kaupapa. Yes, we're really encouraged that more young people are speaking up and seeking help around their own mental health and well-being. It's a good thing, albeit we have seen through the survey that more young people are needing services. And for a whole lot of reasons, those services can't be met at the moment for many young people.
What is the main reason for more young people wanting that service?
I think there are many reasons, Chris. So instability in some homes, some children carrying some trauma. We're seeing increased bullying across a number of communities, social media, and also sometimes a lack of availability of services. So multiple reasons, Chris, and I think bigger picture, for Barnardos, we see, more systemic challenges for Aotearoa, around poverty, around housing, around drugs and alcohol and gangs. So much more complex challenges at play here.
Yeah. Do most schools have a counselling service of some kind?
Yeah, so the survey results said that over 50% do. Albeit many of those might be a counsellor for 1 or 2 days per week.
Sure.
20% of schools have reported they don't have a counselling service. And that's where, Barnardos is really pleased to be able to offer a complementary support to schools through our fantastic 0800 WhatsApp service, which is it's an online chat or phone call for young people 5 to 19 that they can access from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every night, to get safe, immediate, professional counselling and advice at the end of a chat or a phone call. So, yeah.
How critical is it that schools should have some kind of service, even if it is a hotline, for children to access?
Yeah, really important, Chris. And schools, I think, are doing a fantastic job. Teachers, principals, to teach our children. They've got incredibly busy jobs, so it's not just a education school problem. I think it's a whole of Aotearoa challenge that we have before us. But every young person should be able to access support and advice when it's needed. And that's why I think, again, services like 0800 WhatsApp, proudly supported by fantastic corporates like Milford Foundation and Office Max, can really make a difference, along with many other services in this space.
What are the dangers if students do not have access to those kinds of services?
Yeah, well, so a young person's mental well-being is so important for their learning. Their mental and physical and emotional well-being is so critical for them to be able to come to school and learn, so they can learn to read, write. So fundamental. A child that turns up with trauma, carrying some mental distress, it's really challenging for that child to learn.
What do you think has changed over the last years and decades about how counselling is offered? I think probably if you go back not too far ago, it might have been an old teacher in an office out the back, and it was sort of closed off from the rest of the school, maybe not as open as we would like to associate it these days, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. And again, I'm really encouraged that more young people are asking for help. And I think the stigma has certainly reduced for children asking for support, which is a really positive thing.
How much of a barrier is cost, and actually if schools want to invest in this sort of service but they just can't?
Yeah, so through the survey, that was the number one finding in terms of the greatest barrier for schools to be able to offer support is funding. But I've got to say, again, I'm greatly encouraged by the direction of the current government. They are putting more funding into these services, learning support and additional support for schools. Is it enough? No, it's not. Is it only a government problem? No, it's not. I think it's on all of us There's that beautiful adage of it takes a village to raise a child. At Barnardos, we believe in that. And I think in this case, it's on all of us to do more to support our young people.
Do you think more importance needs to be placed on actually the role of counsellors when we're looking at funding teachers and the work that they have to do? Actually, counsellors we need to hold in equally high esteem in terms of the support that young people get at schools?
Oh, Chris, absolutely. Counsellors, social workers, community workers, youth workers, they all play such an essential role to support our schools, our teachers, to support children's well-being. So absolutely. And there's not a one-size-fits-all approach here. Children have different needs. And again, back to the Barnardos Helpline, that meets an immediate need. Some children will need a face-to-face social work or a specialist bit of help. But yeah, absolutely. It's Mental Health Awareness Week. I want to put a massive shout out to all of the incredible people and organisations that do such amazing work in this space, alongside our schools, our teachers and principals and school leaders.
Good on you, Matt. Thank you so much for joining us. Matt Reid from Barnardos. Really appreciate you joining the show at this early hour of the morning.
Kia ora.